How long have you been dancing? Wow, years and years.
We were all farm kids. First we all had to do the chores, and dances started at 9 o'clock. Took us that long to do chores. And then they went until 1 o'clock. And you could probably be tired when you got done with chores, but when you got to where the music was, you had a lot of pep.
I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, monsieur, with you. My heart won't let my feet do things they should do.
A community dance project was a cross-generational get-together, history, dancing fun, all meshed into one.
You know what? You're lovely. You know what? So lovely. And oh, what you do to me.
This project actually started because we've had some legacy funding through the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund, and word got out about that. And I had someone come into the library and said, you should have some ballroom dancing. I know an instructor who's really good, and you should have some lessons.
You can't go forward, you can't go through the wall, and you can't just go, let's start over, honey. I have to show you a step how to turn around, okay? This is how the steps go.
When I talked to Geets, he brought up the project of doing 4 weeks and with a dance after it. So it really snowballed. I expected some small dance with a few people, and here it turned out we had more than 350 people over those weeks coming and enjoying dance.
And trouble, and rock, 2, and rock, step, slow, slow, and quick, stop. Come on in, we'll never see you. You'll fit right in. Don't be chicken. Come on in, don't worry about it. They're all in the same position as you. They got forced in here too, don't worry about it.
There's been dances for all around the world for every occasion. In Africa, they do ceremonial dances. So in Europe, they do like the big balls, the opening for debutantes for the 15, 16-year-old girls. It's a big debutantes ball. That's their big ball. They're introduced through dancing. So everybody's got their own little social reasons why they started dancing. It's just been around since the caveman, I think. They used to dance around a campfire with a big club. No, I don't know that. I'm making that up.
Come forward, walk forward. Walk. Okay, go back. Ladies, walk forward. What's the first part of the foot that touches the floor when you walk forward? The heel. So when you're walking, when you're dancing and you're going backwards, what's the first part? That's all you're doing is you're dancing. That's exactly what you got to do. So when you're doing ballroom dancing and I ask you to go forward, you go with your heel. Don't go with your toe. Because you don't walk downtown like this, right? No, you walk like this.
And anybody can dance with anybody. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. Everybody's equal on the dance floor.
1, 2, and rock, step, touch, touch, and rock, step.
And of course the swing, when I first learned that was in high school. A girlfriend knew how to do it, and we danced in the halls at noon hour.
I've been dancing all my life. My parents loved to dance. I grew up south of New Ulm by a little town of Searles. Searles had a ballroom, Rudy's Ballroom, and everybody went there. Saturday nights, everybody went. There weren't any babysitters, of course, so the kids went along.
No one here can love or understand me.
I think George's, we danced there Saturday night, and then we danced Sunday night at Gibbon, I believe is how it was. And then Monday we went to school.
Make my bed and light the light.
And then you got the triple swing. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, rock, step. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rock, step. We're going to be doing the single one. If you're welcome, you're welcome. But the younger generation, wherever you are with the fancy dance shoes and all that, if you want to put some oomph into it, I can show you how to do the double. The double's a lot of fun. Touch, touch, and rock, step.
You know, first we'd do it individually. He'd have the men and the women stand on two different sides of the room and then show the guy steps and then turn around and show the girl steps.
1, 2, and rock.
And so you'd kind of be walking along with that.
Remember what I said about one foot after the other? Remember that little speech that you guys didn't listen to? Remember? Left, right, left, right, left, right. Sounds like the army, doesn't it? It's exactly what it is. Rock, step. Left, the right, the left, the right, the left, the right, the left, the right, left, right, rock, step. Left, right, rock, step. Okay? But it's not, but the rhythm is not marching. Don't start doing rock and roll. He told me to do this, and honey, that's what we're doing. Okay?
And then finally you got to dance with a partner, and so you get to choose people from on the other side of the room, and sometimes you got a woman.
Try that just to get used to it.
But that was okay because I learned the guy steps, so I was able to better teach when I was trying to teach a guy how to dance with me because I knew the steps for this time.
I learned to dance when I was 16. It was at our New Ulm Armory. We had a lot of wedding dances there, and my girlfriend taught me how to dance. Then in turn, I taught my boyfriend how to dance.
Here we go. Bye, honey. See you in half an hour. And by the way, it's you have to laugh at all my boring jokes, or else you'll be doing the tango in a different way.
He's taught the ladies first, and of course there's more of us, and so we're all kind of tripping over our feet, trying to learn these dances.
Good guys, go back, side, close.
And then when he taught the guys, it was really fun to see the guys kind of, their eyes widened, and they were concentrating really hard on what they were doing. But then when we all came together, it was still intense concentration, but a lot of fun.
Now it is going to be a little bit tough to see me in some corners. So if you're kind of tall, you want to be maybe in the back. If you're kind of short, maybe in the front. That might be an idea. All right, I guess not. Okay. We're gonna start. So all the tall guys are going, "What? Are you calling me short? What? All right. First thing we're gonna learn is we're gonna start slowly. We're gonna learn how to foxtrot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, side, slow, slow, quick, turn, slow, slow, quick. One more, slow, slow, double step. Rock, go back, side, close, rock, go back, side, forward, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, slow, quick, turn.
Dancing started with is people wanted to get to know one another. The best way to do it is we go to a hall, there's a little hall night, and you know, you look across the hall and there's a pretty girl or there's a good-looking guy. Hopefully he'll ask me. Back then, ladies didn't ask the guys, but you know, hope that's a gentleman's part. That was his job, to go and ask.
Going to a dance was special. You know, it was really special. And you could meet the nicest people there, you know. That's always good.
Dances were the way to meet guys. You know, you'd go to a dance with a girlfriend, and to explain a little bit how the whole business worked, you know, you planned on going to a dance. During the week, those were the wedding dances. And if somebody got married in the area, of course, they had to have a wedding dance. And those were during the week. And there are booths in the ballroom, so if you were going to go to this wedding dance and you got the invitation, you'd call the ballroom and then reserve a booth, so you would have a place to sit. And so then maybe a couple of girls would decide, okay, we're going to go. And then you'd kind of look around and see what gentlemen might be around too.
Usually they'd say, how about the next waltz, or how about the next polka? And that's what, then when that waltz or that polka would come, they would come and pick you up. And when the dance was over, they always walked you back to where they got you from.
Or sometimes there were some that probably had been eyeing you with some from afar.
3 times and whisper low. Say that you were sent by Joe. And strike the max and you will know you're in Hernando's highway.
My favorite dance dress? Well, when I went to the, like New Prague and Bird Island, I did have a fancy dancing skirt and top, you know, real fluffy. One of them I had was black with white lace and flowers on. Another one was kind of a burgundy color with lace on and real, you know, spread out wide. A lot of material, I would say.
Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper, come let's mix with Rockefellers, walk with sticks or umbrellas in their midst. A button on the wrist.
The men all wore white shirts and usually suits. They were all dressed up. That's something that we really miss now. They used to have ballroom dancing, and everybody was so dressed up and everything and looked really nice.
Well, it was always, you gotta wear a dress, and usually it was a flared skirt. But one night, a bunch of us girls, we got together. We're gonna wear jeans and go to the dance. Well, we went to the dance, and pretty soon the manager tapped us on the shoulder, and he says, "Off the floor with you girls. You can't dance on my floor with jeans on." So we didn't dance the rest of the night. And now they wear anything and everything.
For heaven rest us, I'm not asbestos, and that's why I won't dance. Don't ask me, I won't dance. How could I? I won't dance. Merci beaucoup. I know that music leads the way to romance. So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance.
My grandparents really wanted to come, but they live an hour away and they can't do it. But when I mentioned that I was doing ballroom dancing, my grandmother's face lit up. She just loved that we were doing this. She loved that we were teaching the newer generations how to do these dances, because that was the only way they could relax back then. I mean, all they had was dances and socializing and just connecting with other people, meeting new people. I think that's how she met my grandfather, actually, was when they were dancing.
I think our first date was at a dance, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Could
Yeah,
be, yeah.
dance.
I had gone to a graduation party, and the dance was like 10 miles away. I thought I would just go and try it, see what it was like. And I walked in and asked if I could sit down, and somebody told me, "No, you can't sit down there. Go sit over there." So I went and sat over there. And actually, it was right next to his chair, and I didn't know it. He was dancing. And we've danced ever since.
Well, she said she liked to turn, so boy, did I spin her that night.
I know that music leads the way to romance. So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance. I won't dance. I won't dance. I won't dance.
I started dancing again because I needed some pleasure, and so I've been keeping on, and I met a lot of nice women that way.
I had to convince my boyfriend to come because he really didn't want to. He thought it was just too nerdy. He didn't want to do it. But I told him that if he didn't come with me, I would find someone else. He was surprised at how much he could do it. He was a very good lead. And I was talking to his grandmother afterwards because she had been there. And she said, well, he had better be good at dancing with me as his grandmother. So that was fun to know that she and her husband had gone out dancing, and her son had danced, and then her grandson too was learning it.
I had my birthday dances right here in Turner Hall. And from the 80th on, 85th, 90th, and 95th. And so that every 5 years. Now if I make it to 100, I'll have another one.
Yes, I dragged him along to going dancing. Don was a musician. And you'll find that a lot of musicians really don't dance. I mean, they're up there playing instead.
A lot of the bands came out of New Ulm. You had Six Fat Dutchmen, you had Vera Luffenmacher, you had Fuzz Ritchie, you had Whoopi John. Fairfax, we had Lou Gordon Band, we had, they also had Elmer Scheid, I think he was from down here, and Jolly Lumberjacks, and I'm running out of names.
I go to most of the old time dances I can find. Of course, not some of the loud stuff, that you can keep.
The music that is danced to formally isn't quite as loud and as blaring as, you know, normal bass-ridden music.
The dancing young people do is no talking. There's hardly any talking going on, more touching. You don't ask, usually, to dance with people. It's just you walk up and you dance with them. And if you don't want the person dancing with you, you walk away and go somewhere else. But with ballroom dancing, it's all you can talk to someone because you know the steps, they're in your head, your body knows them, and so you can just let go and just talk to the person who you're dancing with.
While you're dancing face to face with your partner as opposed to them being behind you, that you get that opportunity to talk with them and look them in the eye and, you know, kind of have that connection.
The nice part about dancing is, yes, you got to hold your partner. Yes, he could have his arm around me and, you know. Slow dances, which were back then called tummy rubbers.
Picture me upon your knee, just T for two and two for T. Can't you see how happy we would be?
When you dance and you talk to somebody, you wind up networking. It's like, oh, you're from New Ulm. Do you know so-and-so? Yeah, I know so-and-so. They're my cousin or whatever. And that way you network with people, you know. You get to know a lot of people. And you find out it's a small world.
Nobody near us to see us or hear us. Friends and relations on weekend vacations won't have it known that we own a telephone. Here, day will break and you'll awake, and I will bake a sugar cake for you to take, for all the boys to see. We will raise a family, a boy for you and a girl for me. Can't you see how happy we would be?
I was sitting there by myself listening to the music, and a young guy came and asked me to dance. I thought, why is this young fellow asking me to dance? I couldn't believe it. And we went out on the floor, and he says, I really don't know how to do this. So, well, I said, what do you know? Well, he just kind of shuffled back and forth. Well, I said, no, that's not the step. And then I showed him the step that we do. And before we were done, he asked me 3 times to dance. He knew how to dance. And it was just so much fun. He was just so tickled. It was fun.
Well, I would say the result of this project was that young people and old people were able to communicate in a common language through this ballroom dance.
Moon River, wider than a mile, crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me.
I felt like I was part of the history of the old people in that they just, we were all doing what they loved to do, and then we were learning to love it as well.
Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me. Moon River. Thank you. Thank you.